Hey everybody, got another video for you. The first part of this, I wanted to show you a video I saw, and just to go over, sometimes some of these things lack any credibility whatsoever. This one is someone saying that Linda P. Jones knew somebody who was at the Australia, in the Australia central bank that said that the IMF was going to set the price of XRP at thousands. First of all, it's not going to work that way. It's not going to be the International Monetary Fund that tells XRP what they're to set their price at, but it's these kind of weird rumors that create the idea of FUD. Because you got fake out there, then people don't want to believe the real. So then following this clip showing you a trash clip that I don't believe has any credibility whatsoever. In fact, Linda Jones has disavowed it, and then people came up and said, yeah, but she signed a non-disclosure, so she's just keeping herself from being in trouble. Well, who put the IMF in control of what the price of XRP would be? Doesn't even make sense to me. But then after that, I have a clip of Brad Gardinghouse. And so it's more valid information to show a positive impact on what the XRP price, may be. So just check this out and see what you think.
When we talk about the price of XRP, we have to look at the debt. And central banks have an incentive to dissolve that debt right now. And they found a solution, which is blockchain. They actually are going to, in my opinion, based on the research, and also I can confirm this, that the International Monetary Fund has already agreed on a price before all this integration started to happen. So this was a few years ago. They agreed upon a price, and I got a lot of information from Linda P. Jones has a friend who worked at the Central Bank of Australia, and she said that they agreed upon a price, and it's in the thousands. Now, when we again talk about the XRP price, we have to look at the global debt, the incentive for central banks to dissolve global debt, in fact, also to utilize this source of liquidity from XRP to facilitate, transparency. Moving into the digital economy, this is what they're going to be using. XRP is a financial instrument to serve the global economy.
Now, here's the other clip I was talking about from Brad Gardinghouse. This is the type of information I think we can base the future on. It's actual utility. That's what we have to think about. Not retail price action that we see in the ebb and flow here recently. We can't base the future of XRP of what's going on now, because what we're in early. So we don't know the dates and times that this thing's going to break out for us. But we do know it's going to, based on the utility. I mean, they're all over the world, and at the end part of this clip, I slowed it down a little bit. It's just a few pages of entire banking systems hooked up with XRP, Ripple, in partnership to solve problems of sending money around the world. This is a problem they've already solved, and it's just adoption and sign up is what's happening now. But this type of clip and this type of information is what we base and what we cast our anchor on. This is what we set ourselves up going, well, this is why I'm in XRP. So check this out.
There are investors who are interested in, frankly, speculating on where XRP is going to go. And, to the extent we are successful solving a multi-trillion-dollar problem using XRP and integrating XRP into those flows, it's going to drive a lot of demand for XRP. Again, I said earlier that the market cap of XRP today is around 25 billion. You're solving a $27 trillion problem. I'm not saying it's going to 27 trillion, mind you. Right? You take a lot of friction out of that system. But, when I think about the other use cases and consumer use cases, I think there are a lot of other use cases where we think XRP could be a very efficient digital asset. Ripple is focused on payments. We think about it kind of the same way. Amazon was really good at books. The name of the company actually was Amazon Books. It wasn't Amazon. And then they decided, hey, let's go do another vertical. When I think about what Ripple's trying to do, we want to be extremely good at solving a very large problem around payments and liquidity on a global basis. We are actively, frankly, investing in other use cases for XRP, and those aren't things we will pursue, but some of them will be consumer centric, some of them will be in marketplaces. But those are things that we will partner with or help entrepreneurs go and build solutions that take advantage of with a very performant asset relative to most of the other digital assets out there. When we talk about Jamie Dimon, we first have to recognize where he sits. He sits at the top of the global financial infrastructure. There are a few banks, of which JPM is certainly one, that make billions and billions of dollars of profit by virtue of that perch. 99.9% of banks don't make money in this ecosystem in terms of cross-border payments. Jamie Dimon makes a technical term of a shit ton of money by sitting there. So when I hear Jamie Dimon saying it's a fraud, I think to myself, well, of course he's going to say that. He's talking. I mean, and by the way, there's also people who conspiratorially, he's trying to talk down the price of Bitcoin so JPM can buy it. Like the idea that JP Morgan isn't actively working in the blockchain and Bitcoin space is not true. Frankly, I don't mind sharing. There are about 15 senior JP Morgan people at Ripple's offices this afternoon. Now, unless JP Morgan's going to fire them.
Does JP Dimon know that?
Apparently not. Anyway, so look, that's my thought on the whole JP Dimon thing. I do think there are people who are going to say this is, in the same manner, a very smart investor said to me, in 1997, the whole West Coast was long Amazon and the whole East Coast was shorting Amazon. We saw how that worked out. And his point was basically, look, the West Coast is obviously bullish and, there's some that are very cynical about these things and, we'll see how it works out. On the risk factor, just very briefly, because I don't want to go on too long, but I think what we have to remind ourselves that this has to come back to utility. What problem is the digital asset solving? If it's solving a real problem and it's creating value by solving that problem, then there will be value in the token.
Now here's 40 banks that are currently in partnership with Ripple. And then here's another, I believe it's 54 banks and institutions that are experimenting with it. So there's basically the difference between somebody saying they know somebody that heard something that who couldn't validate it, yet they want to put that out there as a worthy clip, and I understand. Sometimes we want confirmation bias. We want anything that says Ripple's going to do awesome, XRP is going to do awesome. I get that. Is the possibility that the IMF has something to do with it? I don't really know. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think the IMF is going to be setting the price of XRP? That doesn't seem reasonable to me. How would you turn the reins of your company over to the International Monetary Fund? It may need to be bigger to be able to support that, but determining to set it at that rate, I don't think so. Then the second clip, that's why we're in it. We're in it because these people are building a network all over the world. And that's why we're in it. Listen, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. You have a good day. See you next time.